So I last left off in Matthew 24, for you know not what hour your Lord does come. Next, but know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched, and would not have allowed his house to be broken up. There's nothing like that in Mark, but Luke does have something like it in chapter 12. And this know, that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched, and not have permitted his house to be broken through. And know this, or but know this. Well, what I just finished with was, watch you therefore and pray always, that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. But would be a change from that. Escaping. However, he is talking about watching and being ready. Not allowing his house to be broken up or broken through. So I'm not going to put but. I guess I'll just go with and from Luke. So then should I have and this know or and know this? I think know this is a bit more modern. So I'll have and from Luke, know this from both but the order of Matthew. Matthew continues, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come. Luke has that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come. So Matthew adds in, but all the rest is the same. That if the good man of the house had known, Matthew in, both what. Matthew in what watch the thief would come. Luke known what hour the thief would come. Earlier I have from Mark, midnight or cock crowing or in the morning. And I also have what watch, second watch, third watch. Matthew earlier has, and what hour your Lord does come. So I could do either. Well, hours is more specific. There are fewer watches in the night than there are hours. Maybe I should go with hours. It's like saying you don't know which minute, you don't know which second. You gotta be even more and more alert. Yeah, I'll go with hour. Because that demands more alertness, sort of. They're equivalent. I think I like hour more. Both the thief would come. Matthew, he would have watched and would not have allowed his house to be broken up. Luke, he would have watched and not have permitted. Matthew, and would not have allowed. So I'll add the would from Matthew, but otherwise the same. And would from Matthew, not have from both. Allowed his house to be broken up, or Luke permitted his house to be broken through. Matthew has up underlined and explained as through. And that is what a thief would try and do. They're trying to enter through the door, or if not the door, then a window or something. But they're trying to get through in order to get into, not just break up and destroy the house. They're trying to get in. So I'm going to have through, but allow or permit. These are really close. Allow or permit. I think I'll go with allow. Again, they're really close. I'll just go with allow. Allowed from Matthew both his house to be broken, and now Luke only through. Matthew continues, therefore be you also ready. Luke, be you therefore ready also. Okay, all those same words are there. Be you therefore ready also. Therefore be you also ready. I want to have the therefore first, because that identifies, because of what happened before, now this. So therefore from both. Be you is in the same order from both. Also ready from Matthew or ready also from Luke? I'll go with Matthew, also ready. For in such an hour as you think not, the Son of Man comes. For the Son of Man comes at an hour when you think not. Well, it started by saying in what hour the thief would come. So maybe I should end with how Matthew has it. In such an hour as you think not, the Son of Man comes. That would be more similar to how the thief was spoken of earlier. The hour, then the thief. So it should be the same here. The hour, then the Son of Man. In such an hour as you think not. At an hour when you think not. At an hour. In such an hour. I don't think the such works quite well here. If he gave an hour, then he could say that's such an hour. But he didn't. He said unknown. So it would be in an hour as you think not. Or at an hour when you think not. In an hour or at an hour? At a time or in a time? I think at makes more sense. Yeah, at does make more sense, because if you're going to ask someone, when will you arrive? At this time, at 6 o'clock, instead of in this time, in 6 o'clock. No, at does make more sense. For from both, at from Luke, an hour from both. When you think not, as you think not. Now, when, again, makes more sense. This is the point. When will he return? We don't know when. When you think not. So again, when from Luke, you think not from both. The Son of Man comes. Those words are all both, but it's the order of Matthew. So now these verses read, And know this, that if the goodman of the house had known in what hour the thief would come, he would have watched, and would not have allowed his house to be broken through. Therefore be you also ready, for at an hour when you think not, the Son of Man comes.